So our topic for today is data policies. Okay. The topic for today is data policies. Okay. So guys, before we understand this data policies concept, we have to understand some fundamentals. Okay. What are those fundamentals actually? I'll tell you. I'm just going to the whiteboards. So consider this is a database. Hmm? This is a database. In this database, we have 6,000 tables. Out of them, shipping case is one of the table. So we have incident table in the database, we have problem table in the database, we have change table, we have finance case, we have feedback case, we have shipping case. So we have different tables. So we have around 6,000 tables in the ServiceNow database. Okay. Out of this table, let us take a shipping case as an example. Okay. We'll do one thing. Out of this, shipping case is one of the table. Okay. In this table, data will be stored in the rows and columns format is what we discussed. In the database, there are 6,000 tables. In every table, the data will be stored in the rows and columns format. Even in the shipping case table also, data will be stored in the rows and columns format. Okay. Till this point, everybody is clear, right? In this table, we can create the rows and columns using form. Okay. In this table, we can create the rows and columns using form. So you go to the form, shipping case. Okay. Go to the shipping case form. Here, these are rows and columns. So you will use this form. You will use this form. Okay. So you are creating a record. Okay. This will be created in the rows and columns format in the table. Just now we created. Okay. What has happened? So in the database, in the shipping case table, I created a row using form. Isn't it? In the ServiceNow database, in the shipping case table, I created a row using form. Is that clear? Till this point, everybody is clear or not? Hmm? Clear, right? I see no response, guys. Hmm. Very good. Very good response now. So what I meant to say here is in the database, in the tables, okay, in the database, okay, In the shipping case table, we are using the form to create a row. Now what I am telling you is not only form, we can use Excel sheet to create a new row in the shipping case table. You can use script to create a new row in the shipping case table. You can use email to create a new row in the shipping case table. You can use record producers to create a new row in the shipping case table. You can use external system to create a new row in the shipping case table. You can use virtual agent to create a new row in the shipping case table. You can use chart to create a new row in the shipping case table. So what we are thinking so far, only we use forms to create a new row in the table, isn't it? See, new row is nothing but record, shipping case record. Okay. So, so far what we understand is using form, we will be creating a new row in the shipping case table. Okay. Using Excel sheet also, you can create a new row in the shipping case table. Using script also, you can create a new row in the shipping case table. Using email also, you can create a new row in the shipping case table. Using record producers also, you can create a new row. Using external systems, using virtual agent, you can use chart to create a new row in the shipping case table. Okay. So what we need to understand here is in the in the table, data can come from different sources. So what we are thinking so far, farm is the only source. Farm is not only the source. There are many other sources as well where we can actually use those sources to create a new row in the table. Okay, I will show you. Now I am going to create one more shipping case record. So I am just going to shipping case farm. Just going to shipping case farm. Okay. So I am just creating a new row using form now. Okay, 1078. 1078. So using form, I created a new row now. You can see just now. Now I am going to use external system. I am going to use external system to create a new row. Okay. So external system means it can be Salesforce, Power BI, Azure, AWS, any other external system, any other external application. It can be Facebook, Twitter, apart from ServiceNow, any other application. So to test that in ServiceNow, we will use REST API Explorer. Okay, REST API Explorer. Go to the REST API Explorer. Okay. So here you have to create a record, right? Create a record is nothing but creating a row. So when you select that, you have to choose the table name in the database. What is our table name? Shipping case. Okay, clear, right? So here in the request body, you have to fill the field values. Dollar, category, subcategory, chart description, hmm? Configuration item. We have other contact type, assignment group assigned to as well. Assignment group. and assign to. Okay. So here, guys, you have to remember we have to caller is a reference field, right? We have to pass system ID. Okay. Category is a choice field, right? We have to pass choice value. Okay. So I'm taking the caller system ID here. I'm just passing caller system ID here. Okay. Hardware, desktop. Assignment group. There is no assign to. Okay. Test record. See, instead of filling the form, I'm actually um, creating the record from the external system. Okay. Fine, right? Okay. Just clicking on send here. Scroll down. 201 created. 201 means created. So this is the record that is created, guys. You can see the number. You go to the table and you can see 1079. Just now it is created. That means, did I use the form to create a new row in the shipping case table in the database? I did not use the form. Okay. So now what I have done from this external system, I am trying to create a new row in the shipping case table. I am able to create it. Okay. From these external systems, I am able to create a new row in the shipping case table. Similarly, I can also use script to create a new row in the shipping case table. Okay. Now what I am doing is I am using some background script. Using script, I am going to create a new row. Okay. So what is our table name? How can we know that this is created from external table? So in this table, you can see created by. There is a field called created by. Okay. Using created by, we can identify it. If the created by is my name, that means that is not created from external system. If the created by name is integration user, or if the created by name is external system user, then you can identify that as external system. I think I have shown you in my organization instance, my user account is created using integration.user account. Okay. So we can identify it using created by field. Okay. Now what I am doing is, now I am creating a new row in the shipping case table in the database using script. The table name, what is the table name? Shipping case, right? U underscore shipping underscore case. Okay. The table name is U underscore shipping underscore case. This script and all you ignore for now. Just understand I am actually creating a new row in the shipping case table from the okay, I'm creating a new row in the shipping case table from the script. The script explanation will be separate. There is a subtopic called glide record. And when we are discussing the glide record topic, I'll be explaining about the script and all in detail. So on which table we are actually creating a new row shipping case. Okay. Then gr dot initialize. Okay. Color field, category, subcategory, affected category, subcategory, configuration item, short description, assignment group, assigned. So the here you have to use field names, not labels. Here did I use table label or table name? I have used a table name here. So now what I am doing is u underscore color is the color field name. U underscore category is the category field name. U underscore subcategory. U underscore configuration item. U underscore short description. U underscore description. U underscore assignment group. U underscore assign to. So likewise, you can fill many field values. Okay. I'm just filling only these field values. Color we have to pass the system ID, right? Okay. And price value you have to pass. So configuration item should be this one. So same time I'm actually passing as an empty. This is server side script. Okay. See, I'll explain about this one. Okay. Now you try to understand. Just try to understand. We are actually creating a rows from different sources. Farm is one of the source. External system is one of the source. Script is one of the source. Now, in the shipping case table, okay, color has this one, so category has this one, subcategory has this one, configuration item has this one, description has this one, assignment group has this one, assigned to has this one. I'm actually creating a new row here. Okay. You can see a new row is created. Insert in shipping case table, one record is created. Okay. One record is created. You go to the list, you go to the, you can see a new record is created. This is 7 minutes ago, this is 11 minutes ago, this is actually just now. So that means this is actually created from the form. This is created from the external system. This is created from the script. Likewise, data can come from different sources into the shipping case table in the database. Clear? Clear or not? Okay, I'll answer. Okay, we will use all the sources, not only the forms. Okay, we not only use forms, we will use all the sources. We will be in an imagination that we will be only using forms. Getting my point? Using Excel sheets also. So client will give you an Excel sheet. He will ask you to upload that Excel sheet into ServiceNow. In that Excel sheet, if you have some data, the data should be created as a record in the shipping case table. The data should be created as a row in the shipping case table. So likewise, there are many more ways. Not only one way, not only the form. Okay, fine, right? Not only the form. So just tell me frankly, what we are thinking so far. Form is the only source to create a row in the shipping case table is what we understand, right? Hmm? Form is the only source to create a row in the shipping case table is what we understand. But now we have to understand there are multiple sources to create a new row in the shipping case table in the database. Just we have seen as an example, form we have seen, script we have seen, virtual external systems we have seen as an example. Okay, the point is clear, right? Hmm? If this point is clear, guys, we will use all the sources. There is no specific one which will be using. We'll be using all of them. So we should understand farm design. We should understand how to create a row in the table using script. We should understand how to create a row from the external system. Okay, we should understand all the sources. Okay, getting my point. If this concept is clear, now we will get into the data policies topic. Okay. Hmm? 6,000 tables. It can be more than that. Just for an example, I have given you. It's an example. If you go to the ServiceNow database, 6,640 tables are there, right? It can be more than that. It can be 1,000 tables. It can be 2,000 tables. It can be 10,000 tables. No limit. Understand my point? Okay. Let us get back to the topic now. The problem here is that in our last session, we did discuss about UA policies, right? We did discuss about UA policies, right? In our last session. The UA policies will work only from the form. The UA policies will not work from other sources. What do I mean by that? I'll tell you. When you are actually keeping the state value as resolved, when you are keeping the state value as resolution code and resolution nodes are mandatory. If those field values are not filled in, if these field values are not filled in, okay, what happens? If these field values are not filled in, it will not allow you to resolve the shipping case. Our UA policy will not allow you to resolve the shipping case. Let me just go to the form. I am trying to keep the state as resolved. If I scroll down, they inactivate that one policy. Hmm. Directly configure, go to UI policies. I think we made it to only American view, right? Let me make it to global. Okay. I'm just refreshing the form now. So now the state is, I'm setting it as resolved here. Okay. When the state is resolved, the resolution code and nodes are getting mandatory. If I don't fill in these details, if I try to resolve it, will it allow you? The following fields are mandatory to fill in. So as for the client requirement is if he is trying to resolve the shipping case, they must provide the resolution code and resolution notes. Okay, as for the client requirement, whenever a person is trying to resolve it, they must provide the resolution code and notes. That is why he is making those fields mandatory. Okay. So UI policy is working fine from the form, but UI policy will not work from the other sources. UI policy will work only from the form. Okay, getting my point? Okay, okay. Now I am trying to resolve this finance. Now I am trying to resolve this shipping case from the form. Is it allowing me to resolve it without providing resolution code and notes? No, right? Okay, I am using external system to resolve the shipping case. I am actually trying to resolve the shipping case from the external system. So this time it is actually update record, guys. Update record. I'm not creating the record, right? I'm updating the record. So what is the table in the database? Shipping case. Okay. So in the shipping case, this record system ID you have to take. This record system ID you have to take. Okay. So you are trying to keep the state value as resolved. State as resolved. Okay. I am not providing the resolution code and notes here. I'm not providing the resolution code and notes here. Okay. So you have got the response as 200. 200 means success. You go here, the state is set as result or not. Without providing resolution code and nodes, I am able to resolve it, right? That means UI policy is working from external systems. Hmm? No, right? Okay. So I'm not creating the record. I am just using script. I am actually trying to resolve. Okay. So the table is shipping case. Okay. System ID. So what is that system ID? Okay. So gr dot u underscore state is equal to resolved. Gr dot update. Okay, now this particular record state is already resolved, right? I'm just making it to new again. Okay. So here I'm just providing only state value as result. I'm not providing the resolution code. I'm not providing the resolution notes. Okay. I'm just clicking on run script here. Okay. So record is updated. You go here, state is updated as result. So without providing resolution code and notes, we are able to update it, right? We are able to resolve it, right? Without providing resolution code and notes, we are able to resolve it. Getting my point? So that means UI policy is working from other sources. UI policy is working fine only from the forms. Okay. That is where data policy will come into picture. UI policy will work only from the form. Data policy will work from all the sources. Now what I am doing is this UI policy is there, right? This UI policy I am converting as data policy. Convert this to data policy. Okay. This data policy will work from all the sources, including form. You can see use as UI policy on the client. This checkbox must be checked. Hmm? So it will work on Excel sheet. It will work on external systems. It will work from all the sources. Now what you have done, new data policy created from the UI policy. So now you can see, guys. Okay. Well, here, guys, if you take a look at here, I am trying to keep the state value as resolved. Is it allowing me to resolve without providing resolution code and nodes? No. That means data policy is working from the form. Okay. Okay. I am going to the external system. From the external system, I am just only providing the state value. I am not providing the resolution code and node. See if it is allowing you to create the record or not. So what is it telling? 403 error. Red color. Red color means error. So what is it telling? The following fields are mandatory. Resolution code and node. You got my point? Hmm? So when I am trying to resolve the shipping case record using script, okay, when I am trying to resolve the shipping case record using script, so what is the error that we are getting? The following fields are mandatory. Resolution code and resolution. So data policy is working from all the sources or not? Hmm? Getting my point? UI policy will work only from the form. Data policy will work from different sources, including form. Data policy will work from the form. Data policy will work from script. Data policy will work from external systems. Data policy will work from record producers. Data policy will work from all other sources. Okay. You guys are clear, right? Okay. Now, what you can do is you can convert UI policy as a data policy. You can also convert data policy also as a UI policy. You can say convert this to UI policy. Okay. Vice versa can be done. You can convert UI policy as data policy. You can convert data policy as UI policy. Okay. So no. I don't want to create the UI policy. From the UI policy, I don't want to convert that as data policy. I directly want to create the data policy means right click, configure, go to data policies. You can directly create a data policy. You can directly create a data policy. Right click, configure. data policies. Okay. This is converted from UA policy to data policies, right? So you can convert this from data policy to UA policy as well. You guys are clear, right? You can, if you want, you can directly create a new data policy. That is not a problem. Okay, fine. I will give you one more example. Well, here, guys, what is the another example that we discussed the other day? When the state is set as closed, close notes is mandatory. Okay, so we for this one we created UA policy. As per our knowledge, UA policy will work only from the form. UA policy will not work from other sources. We'll see that. So I am trying to keep the state as closed. Okay. Without providing close notes, we are able to close it. Okay. You can see the state is set here as closed. Without providing close notes, we are able to close it, right? And now again, I'll show you. Without providing close notes, I'll be able to close it now. Okay. I'm able to close it, right? You can see it is set as closed, right? So that means the UI policy is working only from the form. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to convert that UI policy as data policy. This is cancel, right? This is close note, this one. So that is why I told you when you are providing the some UI policy short description, you need to make sure that is descriptive, should be relevant, so that you can actually open them immediately. You can open them quickly, or else you'll have to struggle a lot to find out which one is yours. So now what I am doing is I am converting this as data policy. Okay. Now you guys see what is it telling? Data policy exception. The following fields are mandatory. Close notes. Okay. Close notes. When I am trying to keep it as closed, it will ask you to provide the close notes. Data policy is working from all the sources or not? Okay. Okay. Well, here, guys, I am just opening a UI policy. Make on hold reason field visible. When the state is set as on hold reason field should be visible and should become mandatory. Is what we discussed when we are discussing UI policy stuff. Well, here, guys, if you take a look at here, you don't see an option to convert this as data policy option. You are not able to see convert this as a data policy option. What should I answer, Anchor, guys? Anchor, the difference between UI policy and data policy is what I have been telling you. So you mean you want me to explain it in a Um, I mean, definition way, Anikar? See, I have shown you clear difference between UI policy and data policy. Okay, UI policies will work only from the forms. Data policies will work from all other sources. Okay. Hmm? Okay. Getting my point. I'll tell you in detail now. So here, right, you are not able to see convert this as data policy option. Why are we not able to see convert this as data policy option? Guys, when you are controlling the visibility using UI policy, you cannot convert that as a data policy. Okay, if you take a look at here, this is a data policy, right? In the data policy, we have only mandatory read-only option. There is no visibility option. When you are actually controlling the visibility option in the UI policy, you cannot convert that as a data policy. That is why, as you are controlling the visibility here, you are not able to convert that as data policy. So if I make it leave alone, just refresh it, you will be able to see convert this to data policy option here. You can see convert this to data policy option here. So as we are controlling the visibility here, we are not able to convert that as data policy. Okay. So in which cases we can convert the UI policy as data policy is that when you are controlling mandatory read only these two things. You can see in the data policy, you can actually control mandatory read only. When you are controlling the mandatory read only, you can convert that as data policy. When you are controlling the visibility, okay, when you are making this UI policy to specific view, in the data policy, there is no specific view, guys. If you are actually making the UI policy to specific view, okay, by unchecking this global checkbox, if you make it to specific view, the UI policy cannot be converted as data policy. In the UI policy, there is a script option. If you write a script, that case you cannot convert UI policy as data policy. Okay, very first thing, when you are controlling the views, you cannot convert that UI policy as data policy. When you are writing the script in the data policy, UI policy, you cannot convert that as a data policy. Okay. Second thing is, you are controlling the visibility, you cannot convert that as data policy. When you are actually controlling the related lists as well, you cannot convert that as a data policy. Okay. Because using data policy, we can control only mandatory read only. Getting my point? If you go to the data policy, if I create a data policy rule, you have only mandatory read only. There is no visibility option. So now I will tell you the clear difference here, guys. Data policies are used to make validations from all the data sources, including form. We can use policy to make fields mandatory read only. So data policies are used to make validations from all the sources, including form. We can use data policies to make fields mandatory and read only. When it comes to the UI policies, are used to make validation from only form. We can use UI policy to make fields mandatory read only, show or hide the fields, and related lists. Certain condition. Okay, getting my point. See, data policies are used to make validation from all the data sources, including form. We use data policy to make field mandatory and read only. UI policies are used to make validations only from form. You can use UI policies to make fields mandatory, read only, show or hide the fields, and related lists at certain condition. So this is the difference, guys. You have to answer what is the difference between UI policy and data policy means you have to answer these two things. Okay. So this is the standard definitions. These are the standard definitions. Okay. Hope everybody is clear. I'm just unmuting you guys. Okay. Guys, it was an unexpected leave on Friday. Okay. It is actually my brother-in-law's wedding. Okay. And it happened at it happened in Bangalore. So I had to travel there. Okay. I had to attend the reception. I had to attend the wedding. I had to attend the rest of the things. And my presence, my presence was must there. So then I had to um, stay there on Friday as well. And Saturday, by the time I reached Hyderabad, it is 7:30. I was little tired. I couldn't take the session. Okay. So from here onwards, we'll be having regular sessions, including Saturdays as well. Okay. I don't have any commitments. I don't have any plans. Okay. Any questions from anyone, guys?
Yeah, hi
Thanks for
there.
understanding, guys. Thanks for understanding, everyone. I even though I updated in the last minute, you were having a lot of patience and you accepted it. Thank you very much, everyone. So today's concept is clear, right? Hmm?
Yeah, Uday.
Yeah, Uday, today concept is clear, but I have asked one question, right? From one instance to another instance, how can move the table which is not captured in the update set?
Okay, very good question. So let us say here, let me create one update set here. Okay. Go to local update sets. You will create an update set here. Okay. You have created a so instead of submit and make current, you have actually submitted this one. This is not a current update set. Okay. Now you created a new table.
Okay.
You created a new table.
Okay.
So let me give okay. So you just submitted this one. You created a table. So
Okay.
this is not captured in the update set.
Okay.
So you go to the update set now. So in this update set, those things are not captured here.
Okay.
Okay. So if this table is not captured in this update set, this would have been captured somewhere. Okay. So you can see here, In this update set, it is captured.
No,
You
no,
can
no.
see
Okay,
in this update set, it is captured.
okay,
Okay. So what you have to do is you have to open this one. Okay. You have to open this one,
okay,
which is created. You can just filter out in the last 15 minutes, which is created. Created in the last 15 minutes. In the last 15 minutes, what are the updates that are created? Okay. So these are the created ones, right? In the last 15 minutes.
okay,
So ignore about these two data policy, these two things, ignore these two things. Okay. Just use filter out. Okay. Okay. Right click, filter out.
okay.
Right click, filter out. Okay, these are the ones which are actually created now. You forgot to capture them in an update set, which is actually
So,
captured in different update set. Okay.
no, maybe what you are saying it's correct, but this is also created by us, right? STR by 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 is also created
Yes.
by us only. But I didn't started any update sets.
You didn't start any update set means it will be captured in the default update set.
Okay. May I know, I mean, is there any name like that for that one?
Default. There is a name called default. You can say default.
Okay.
So you didn't create any update set and you
Yes.
created a table that will be captured in this default update set.
Okay.
If you go to this particular default update set, if you go to this default update set, you can see how many updates are actually there here. 8,831. All the development is getting captured in the default updates.
Yes, it's correct. Yes. Okay.
So after you filtering out, okay, what you will do is you will just change the update set name. Getting my point.
Okay. 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 This will move to the, I mean, what we have mentioned, the update set name. These things will move to that update set, right?
I mean, one speaker. The voice is coming on.
Yeah. Have you able to hear Uday voice?
No.
Okay. Yeah, maybe Priyanka was have a host here, changed to host. Maybe because of that one, we were unable to hear.
No, I think Uday is not there in the
You can check in WhatsApp, like you guys, anyone can ping there so that you can reach
Yeah,
back.
okay.
We can continue tomorrow. You can ask.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you all.